This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com.
Previously on TV Tuners.
I guess every once in a while, both suns shine on a womp rat's tail.
I'm proud to introduce our new Secretary of Defense, Grimace.
You want how many pepperonis on your pizza?
Yes, I was singing a tune while washing the dishes. It's called de-stressing. Try it once in a while.
It's gonna be carnage.
So, you killed him with a bladed frisbee?
And now, TV Tuners continues.
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and Crypt Dragon, Stairmaster.
Look at me, I'm doing the worm.
Ooh, yeah. Some would say you are sort of a worm.
Please do not call me a worm.
Oh. You don't like those? That sort of...
It gives me a reaction.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of, into that, if you know what I mean, Swanson.
Oh, okay. And that other voice you're hearing, of course, is my other co-host and adorable baby who doesn't really factor into the story.
Or say anything.
Kyo Rain.
Look behind me, the Mandalorian is approaching, and I'm gazing at this bowl of cereal. I mean, goo goo gaga?
Yeah, I guess I don't know if he ever says goo goo or gaga. Yeah, he does a lot of...
pants I have!
He does do a lot of, like, oh, ooh. Does a lot of that.
Homie!
Yeah, a little known fact, Yoda and Marge voiced by the same person.
Yeah, this program just loves to give us a reaction shot from Baby Yoda as it does nothing.
Yeah.
Marge, breaking your heart, you are. Breaking my heart, you are.
Do you think Marge Simpson would work as a Jedi?
No. Remember that episode where she was a cop?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, clearly Homer would be the one with the lightsaber.
Like, you could basically just switch out a few words in Lisa's questions to Marge from that one scene about making a clone army, and it'd basically be the same.
Yeah.
Well, what cute little mascot would she use to patronize Lisa with?
Jar Jar. The number one senator.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Number one war senator.
It's true.
Can you...
Jar Jar reached across the aisle and led to the downfall of the nation.
He literally voted for the Enabling Act.
Can you explain that plot point to me?
Palpatine was like, Jar Jar, I need these emergency powers. And
He just said, okay.
Yeah, Jar Jar's like, Misa, out of my element.
Jar Jar was like, Misa think it's good that Palpatine not concede.
Misa concerned about WMDs on Geonosis.
And what? And was Jar Jar condemned in the actual movie?
No.
No, he got off scot-free.
Yeah. It's why there was that theory that Jar Jar is actually the true Sith Lord.
Or at least that was George Lucas's plan.
I don't actually buy that, but
Oh, that would have been. I would have enjoyed that.
What exactly is Jar Jar Binks?
He's
a
like
Gungan.
He's like a rabbit man who lives under the sea. Or at least its people do.
But he's not like a rabbit. He's like like a frog creature.
He's got like a weird fish face with a
I know what he
tongue.
looks like. I know what he looks like, but I don't know what his deal is.
His deal is that he's a racist caricature.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a black guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with a lot of the aliens in Star Wars.
That's why they fight their colonizers by throwing stuff at them.
Yeah. Like, once you realize that Tusken Raiders are pretty much just Native Americans. Or that Jawas are just like, I don't know, what are they supposed to be?
Jawas are supposed to be the Jews and the Gypsies.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the Trade Federation guys are like, they have the Southeast Asian accents, but they're also named after Republican politicians.
They like literally have racist Asian stereotype accents.
Yeah. Newt Gunray is named after Newt Gingrich.
Look, you call this racist, but what if space is actually just like that?
Oh.
Well, then I would guess I would call George Lucas a genius.
just imagine like we get out to space and find sentient life, and like the alien planet has like racist characters and black people living on it.
So it's like that anime Terraform Mars.
Yeah. Except even more blatant somehow.
How do you get more blatant than the black-faced aliens?
I mean, like, they don't speak any Ebonics in Terraform Mars, do they?
I think that was a plot point it went later on. I kind of dropped out very early.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Because I don't support violence against women, which is like how that show is.
So that's what killed it, not the racist black bugmen or whatever.
Well, I was kind of just resigned to the racist bugmen. Nothing I could do could make them go away. They were just out there in the world now, so I decided that should not factor into my decision to consume media or not.
Did you give it a pass because it's from Japan?
Yes.
It's a different culture. Wow. So I guess that means Chewbacca is the only, like, pure race in terms of, like, not being soiled by racial stereotyping.
It's just a dog.
Yeah. I guess Admiral Akbar isn't. Is there anything racist about him?
No, he sounds white to me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So him and Chewbacca, the two purest of the Star Wars races.
And Lando has like a Puerto Rican co-pilot in Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah.
Is Yoda a caricature of anything?
Oh, I guess Yoda's cool too. Yeah. Unless you count like old men.
Well, he is modeled after Albert Einstein, his visual design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess speaking backwards doesn't happen in any culture that I know of, so I think he gets a pass.
If Yoda were designed today, would he look like Bernie? Would he be designed after Bernie Sanders?
No, Jar Jar would be designed after Bernie Sanders.
Oh, God. All right, well, welcome to TV Tuners.
Hopefully we will not be discussing Star Wars any further.
No, certainly not for the rest of the episode. If you like what you're hearing so far, why not consider subscribing? We're available on all of the podcatchers of your choice. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and more. You can hop over there, hit that subscribe button, and give us a review if that's something you're into.
You will receive maximum pleasure.
Yes.
You know I'm into that.
You will receive maximum pleasure, but only if you give us 5 stars. Anything less, and we cannot guarantee.
Yes, we need to hit all the pressure points for the tantric ritual to work.
So, we actually have a TV Tuners mission lined up today.
Oh?
So here's what you gotta do. Maybe wait until the pandemic is over, but what you have to do in the future, just write this down, is go ahead and just find a bus full of people, just like trying to get somewhere, and you block the doorway, and you say, You're not coming out of this bus until you promise me, you pinky swear you're going to listen to the TV Tuners podcast.
And you have to actually pinky swear everyone on the bus.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is probably a good idea to wait till the pandemic's over to do this, but keep that in mind, okay?
Also,
Yeah,
it's
you might
very
get stabbed if you do it now.
it's very important that you never say any of our names when you do this. You just say TV Tuners podcast.
And if anyone asks you where you got the idea from, it came from the Good Old Fashioned Values podcast.
That's right. Yeah, you can head on over there, or if you're happening to find some other way that you want to like support us, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee page where for a simple commissions. Yeah, for a simple donation of one coffee, we'll do a bonus episode based on anything that you desire.
Unless it's pornography.
Yeah, Stir keeps saying that, but I'm not hedging my bets. Someone did suggest we do Videodrome, and I'm not sure about the over-under on porn in that one.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
I can wait for that.
Kia's going to draw it out for as long as possible to wait for that.
Luckily, we got 8 other things we have to watch, too.
Look, I'm contesting these results, to be honest.
Yeah? Have you filed some lawsuits over in, for this specific Buy Me a Coffee request?
Kia, this is just a sheet of paper with subpoena written on it. What am I supposed to do with this?
I want those documents.
What?
Yeah, Kia wants people in the room at the Buy Me a Coffee headquarters to watch them count the coffees.
Watching the servers.
Yeah.
Look, I want to taste each coffee to make sure that it's nice and safe.
That fan is blowing too fast.
Turn it down. And if you want to connect with us online via social media, we're available on Twitter at TV Tuners.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, tons of great TV content over there.
I thought the interns shut it down.
Oh no, that thing's going.
Now we managed to forcefully evict them and regain power over the account.
Yeah, it turns out judges love evicting people.
So now we got a new team of unpaid interns running things.
And these ones are real professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're cramming out quality content.
If you're too lazy to go to Twitter, we've got a good tweet for you.
Oh, yeah? Tweet of the week, maybe.
Perhaps.
All right.
We'll have to find out right now. This tweet of the week comes from @Miadma Jack, who writes #stop.
Nice.
Right, want some context for that?
Yeah, do we want to talk about who he's replying to?
He's replying to @The Mandalorian, who writes, Chapter 10 now streaming, #The Mandalorian, #Disney Plus, reply #stop to unsubscribe.
What does that mean?
That's the most confusing part for me. It's not how Twitter works.
Oh, this is actually personalized. The Mandalorian was adding them.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, they just offer this service.
Like, what happens when you reply stop? What do you unsubscribe to? You can't, like, they can't unfollow.
They stop adding you.
Like, the Mandalorian gives you specialized little tweets on, like, tweets at you to tell you about the Mandalorian.
Like, hey, listen, new episode, check out what Baby Yoda's up to. And you can just be like, stop.
Oh, and I looked it up, and their pinned tweet, Jack Miedma, is from Charlie Kirk, who says, retweet if you think it's past time to call North Carolina for Trump. This is getting completely out of hand.
Oh, uh-oh.
At November 5th.
Okay, I mean, sure. Given North Carolina, he can have it.
Yeah.
His most recent retweet is from Donald J. Trump.
Uh-huh.
And then below that's one from Keem Keemstar.
You know what? I'm putting #stop on Jackhammer right here.
Yeah, that's a tune out.
Yeah, sorry. I was gonna tune in until you started mentioning that stuff. So I think I gotta tune out.
why did you subscribe to this? Like, what happened?
I did subscribe. Or what?
Well, this guy did.
Oh, he wanted to know when The Mandalorian was coming out.
And now that knows it's out, he wants no more.
That's right. He got everything he wanted.
I figured out that it comes out on Friday, and he's figured out the pattern.
If only Donald Trump had known that he could just use #stop to stop the vote count.
Oh, that probably would have worked.
Yeah. All right. Well, better luck next time, Jackhammer.
Probably not.
Rest in piss. All right. Well, good tweet of the week as always. But hey, if you want a more personal connection to us, you can head on over to our email address and send us an email. We'll read it aloud here on the pod.
Ko-fi.com/tvtuners.
That's right. Yeah, you can send us any of your quips, comments, questions, foresights, or otherwise to tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Kyorain?
tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. Yeah, you can be like Gio, who sent us this email, titled Celebrity Status. Hey, TVT. Y'all ever been in a situation where some bad guy was about to kill you, but then his underling was like, "Boss, those are the boys that gave Solar Opposites a tune out. They saved your mother's life." And then they let you go? What review was it?
Well, in my experience, people try to kill me even harder when they find out that I'm a podcaster, usually.
Yeah, people usually don't take pity on on anyone who's podcasting. Unless you're, like, well-known. Like, if you're, like, Joe Rogan, I'm sure no one's trying to kill you.
I mean, if ISIS had Joe Rogan... I don't know. We would have to have, like, a very cool video of gorillas fighting on hand in order to save himself.
If ISIS had Joe Rogan, that sounds like the world's greatest podcast.
You know what?
Now I'm imagining
That's how they win. That's how they win the war against the West. They just got to kidnap Joe Rogan.
I'm imagining ISIS going to Mark Maron's like garage to go record an episode of WTF.
Or they just blow up his car, and that's the second 9/11.
Yeah, so I had the opposite experience as the one described in this tweet. So
when a doctor was about to save your life?
No, I mean it was still had like a bad guy who's gonna kill me.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, he had me strapped to the chair. He had the gun to my head, and he said, "Any last words?" And I'm like, "Oh, please don't kill me." And then his underling came in. He's like, "Boss, that's the guy who tuned out on Hollywood on his podcast." And he looked at me. He said, "Your fate is completely sealed."
Oh,
that's my favorite show.
And that's when you found out it was Dylan McDermott.
Yeah.
And then he told you had to kill the president.
Yeah, so I didn't kill the president, but I did rig the election in his favor.
Oh, wait, in the president's favor?
Oh, sorry, in his opponent's favor. Sorry.
Okay. And by opponent, of course, you mean Howie. What's his fucking name?
Huey Lewis.
Yeah, Huey Lewis. Green Party candidate Huey Lewis. Of course, his running mate, the News.
Oh, I don't think Americans are ready to vote for the News.
Howie Hawkins is going to win the election, just so you guys know.
Oh yeah, they're going to have a compromise when the Electoral College is tied.
Yeah. Can you imagine having a vice president named Spike?
Oh, that'd be badass.
That sounds cool as shit.
Or maybe, like, Razor.
Yeah. That would be the Secretary of Defense.
Just imagine, like, an entire Blade-based cabinet.
Including Blade.
I think it's time that we have a politician who's willing to do something about vampires.
Yeah, for too long.
No, the real kind, not the homosexual kind.
Yeah. For too long, they've been around. We need a daywalker who can take care of these vampires, these creatures of the night. Anyway, I've never had an experience like this, but I imagine if I did, they would probably look at me saying, like, Perry Mason was bad or Harley Quinn. You know, shows that we've been told are really good, but we didn't like it all.
Yeah. I don't understand. I mean, I could see Harley Quinn getting better, but Perry Mason, yeah, miss me with that one, buddy.
Yeah, get it out of here.
Agreed.
So yeah, thank you, Gio, for that wonderful email. Once again, that email address, tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. And with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the rabble, huh? That's right.
Yes, everyone's favorite segment where we make fun of strangers on the internet. That isn't Tweet of the Week.
That's right. Everyone's second favorite segment where we mock people online. Yes, welcome to the Rabble. So for those who might not know, the Rabble is the segment here where we go and we look at what people are saying about the show we're talking about this week, because we make you wait a little bit for our main discussion. We go through some other stuff, some news, some fun games, and sometimes some trailers. But this is our little taste of what other people are saying before you get the official dose of truth.
Facts and logic, folks.
That's right. So who wants to start us off this week?
I have a positive review.
Oh.
From user S_Herbert86926.
So many numbers with IMDb user reviews.
He writes, episodes are not long enough. Very good and interesting Star Wars continuing sagas. Keeps my interest. Writing is witty and humorous, but when I am really enjoying an episode, it ends. Makes episodes longer, please. 9 out of 10.
This sounds like it was written by a robot.
0 out of 3 people found this helpful.
That sounds like it was written by a bot. Like, if you told me that was like from some lobby who's trying to make TV shows longer.
Why?
I don't know.
For what gain?
The algorithm.
Yeah. Like, they want all episodes of TV to be feature length.
Oh, God. I think I would kill myself if that was passed into law.
I've got a negative review here.
Oh, okay.
This is a 1 out of 10. The lowest possible score you can give on IMDb.
It's true.
And
I think
it says, this is a carbon copy of old Star Wars, not the sequel trilogy. And this is by SEN86. And so the review reads, Ermagerd, it's the Jawas.
Wow.
Ermagerd, it's the Sand Planet. Ermagerd, it's the Cantina. Ermagerd, it's an exact clone of Han Solo. This continues for a while. Do you want me to keep going?
Is there an exact clone of Han Solo in this?
No.
Ermagerd, it's an exact clone of IG-88. Ermagerd, it's an exact clone of Boba Fett.
I mean,
best Star Wars ever. And yet, you ridiculous man-baby geekoids endlessly, cluelessly troll the sequel trilogy for copying the original movies? LOL, what pathetic hypocrite dopes you are. Game over, losers.
Game over.
Ouch! My ass!
34 out of 56 found this helpful.
Oh, wow. A shocking ratio.
Well, fellas, as geekoids, how do you feel about that review?
It's pretty annoying. It's a pretty annoying review.
It's probably the most obnoxious IMDb review I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, that might be the top pick for most obnoxious Rabble review, and there's been a couple.
I don't think it's a good look to try and copy South Park characters in the year 2020.
No. Next review that Keo's going to have is going to be like member berries, right?
Yeah. Did you know that South Park is still like coming out?
That's fucked up.
Happening?
Yeah.
Maybe we should watch an episode.
Ooh. Yeah, they have to have gotten the Zombie Simpsons by now, right?
I can only imagine.
What
problem if it's secretly still good, but everyone just assumed it was turned bad?
I mean, I guess it's possible that South Park is still somewhat good because it's never really focused on characters at all. It's very much about current events.
Except for the chef.
Oh,
the true character, the true protagonist of the show.
Who died like 18 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, as for the actual contents of the review, whatever. Who cares?
I don't even know what we were talking about anymore.
Listen.
This person is upset that they used locations and creatures from the movies.
Yeah, listen, for anyone who's mad that people are making fun of the sequel trilogy, it's because 2/3 of those movies suck ass.
And the other one is kind of mediocre. It has
Yeah.
weird structural flaws.
It has like good ideas then like very weird structural
that
stuff
Disney
going
would
on.
never allow to be executed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of them. They were like,
What if everything still stayed the same?
They're like, actually, what if nothing changed in the universe? Yeah.
What if we wasted all of our time?
But then at the end, we also kill everyone who could cause conflict for the rest of the galaxy. And just have no setting whatsoever anymore.
it'd be real cool, by the way, if we just didn't have to think about like Star Wars fandom when thinking about Star Wars.
Yeah, I kind of regret picking the Mandalorian.
Well, I have an interesting bit of stuff that's going on here on the Rotten Tomatoes. Normally, Rotten Tomatoes seasons reviews have like a full list of critics' reviews. For The Mandalorian, it only has 2 reviews, both of them positive. So I had to do something unheard of. I had to wade into the depths, the mire and the muck of the Rotten Tomatoes audience reviews.
Oh, now
God.
you see how we feel. Now you see how the other side lives.
But first, let's do the critics review from Scott Bryan at BBC.com.
Ooh.
We're in an age of TV where so much money can be thrown around and it doesn't work. This is throwing a lot of money at something, and it does.
Oh.
So kind of a positive review there. And I mean, yeah, it looks nice, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, and this is the obnoxious review that I found. It is half a star, and it's by Kaiser S, which I'm assuming is Kaiser Sose. My reviewer credentials: stuff I like, Demon Slayer, Normal People, Cowboy Bebop. Also, Cowboy Bebop is spelled Beebop.
Bebop.
Euphoria, My Hero Academia, The Queen's Gambit, former episode,
What?
Guardians of the Galaxy, Tower of God, Sherlock,
Wait, what?
Space Bounty Hunter
Where's this
from
going?
Legend Armored Warrior Race.
What? What the fuck is going on?
And this is what Jon Favreau thinks is cool? Come on, man. If you like this show, you are either dead or not a real Star Wars fan, or so bloody desperate for something remotely watchable, you'll ingest this garbage. Bright spot, the VFX and acting is spot on. Too bad the writing and directing is horrible.
I kind of respect this guy.
I love any reviewer that has
The
to list
audacity.
out their credentials, but via stuff they like.
That's how you know they have the good opinions.
Yeah.
I think that if somebody were to ask if I were to ask somebody what I like, who is listening to the podcast, they'd say, "I don't know. You don't like anything. You hate everything."
Yeah. I feel like
Which is true.
It's true. Our positive to negative review ratio is quite low.
That's why we're the only people who will talk to each other, who are willing to.
Yeah. No one else will. So yeah, those are the interesting takes on season 2 of The Mandalorian. Stay tuned later in the pod where we give our official TV Tuners breakdown.
Yeah.
And with all that out of the way, let's get to what you guys watched this week. Anything fun, interesting?
I watched the election news and decided to get high and spent the past week doing so. Also, I watched some Gundam.
Was that a celebration high or a doomer high?
Depends on
both.
the day.
My
Interesting.
antidepressants ran out, so it's sort of both.
Huh, interesting.
So you watched Gundam. Anything fun about that?
There were dolphins.
Oh.
And they could communicate psychically with humans.
Dolphin.
And the bad guys were trying to put their brains in computers so they could navigate underwater. They could guide torpedoes underwater so they could do piracy even better.
Oh. Sounds cool.
Well, I've done that.
Yeah? When did you do that?
Swanton. It was last year at my birthday party. You were there.
Wait, you had a dolphin's brain out?
At my birthday party, yeah.
Oh.
Well, Keo told me that he needed a dolphin's brain, so I cut it out of the dolphin, but he didn't tell me what he was using it for.
Did you think he was going to put it in his head?
That was, not on the top 3 of my list of what he was going to do.
Oh.
Well, Swanson, why didn't you watch what I was doing? What were you so distracted with?
Well, Stair was like, I'm going to do karaoke, and I was like, can't.
Oh, yeah, I was there as well, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm asking these questions. Never mind.
Well, you were pretty out of it.
You were
oh,
really
yeah, I
checked out of the
was
situation.
getting drunk because I was not reacting well to the dolphin murder, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you didn't notice it. You were just pretending not to see it.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal.
Well, I gave the dolphin like a human speech converter to understand what it was saying, and it was racist. So.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing they don't tell you about most dolphins. Pretty racist. Yeah.
Can dolphins see color?
No, but they know it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They use echolation to measure the diameter of your skull.
Something they won't tell you in school, most dolphins voted for Trump.
Yeah, with illegal votes.
Yeah. There's the voter fraud.
I'm proud to announce I've won Massachusetts by over 500,000 dolphin votes.
Yeah, just imagine a bunch of ballots wash up at sea and they count them.
Oh, that's never a good sign. Anything coming from the sea.
Well, 499,999 dolphin votes and then 1 killer whale vote. That's the boss.
Oh. Yeah. That one gets thrown out.
So, yeah, I watched Saturday Night Live starring Dave Chappelle.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't really remember much of what happened in this one, I'll be honest. I was kind of not paying much attention.
Were you also getting high the past week?
No, but it happened on Saturday. I was kind of thinking about other things.
Oh.
Me. The best part about this was Dave Chappelle's monologue, which is just similar to John Mulaney's monologue the week before, just a stand-up bit. Not all of Chappelle's jokes landed. There was a bit where he was joking about women's wages, which was kind of an iffy one. But, with true to Dave Chappelle, there's some good bits in there. There was a bit about how he's shocked that poor white guys don't want to wear masks when they're fine wearing masks to the Klan rally.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good bit. He also gets pretty real about how no one will listen to his point as a black man unless he's making jokes. So that was a little depressing. But
did he cry?
He didn't cry. No, he was smoking a cigarette the whole time in his suit, and it was pretty. It's what the kids call vibes.
Swanson,
no, I did not.
Did you cry? Are you sad?
I didn't cry. No.
Are you gonna pee yourself?
Did I cry with laughter?
Oh, did you?
No.
Oh.
But I laughed. It was funny.
Did you smile?
Yeah, I smiled. And I didn't smile at anything else on the show.
You smiled and laughed at David Chappelle, though?
Yeah. I certainly didn't smile at Jim Carrey as Joe Biden.
Is that tired?
Already? Yeah. Also, there was a weird bit at the end where Alec Baldwin held up a "You're welcome" sign.
To what?
I'm not even... That sounds like I'm joking.
What?
I'm not.
What are we...
Is he saying he got Donald Trump voted out?
I guess? I don't know.
Holy shit.
We found the fraud.
You know how Roman emperors had a guy whispering in their ear, "You will die one day"? We need that for our celebrities.
Yeah. I'm willing to be that guy. I'll go around to all of them.
Yeah, I got it all the time on my hand as well.
Yeah. Well, me and Stare will just sort of take our time going to each celebrity's place and just being like, "You're gonna die someday. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all they said?
They
would just go into Caesar's ear and just be like, "You're gonna die someday."
I feel like it was something a bit more profound, like you're only human. Or I guess it is, you will die one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hire you guys to do that if I had the money.
Like, yeah.
Let's just get into Roman history instead of TV. I think that would make for a better podcast.
Oh, yeah, Roman rulers.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah, let's become the protectors of Western civilization.
Oh, good thinking, yeah.
This is a sad week.
Is it?
Maybe. Well, we'll have to wait till January to see if it was sad or not.
I mean, there was like...
So I guess...
Yeah. Well, there was one good day, which was Saturday. That was fun. Like, everyone was celebrating and having a good time. There was literal...
Well, I don't remember.
There were literal people cheering outside my window.
Oh, yeah. People were stomping on Cheetos.
Yeah. But then, like, everyone was like... It was like Return of the Jedi.
Yub.
Yeah.
Do.
And then, like, Sunday happened, and everyone was like, "Oh, Alex Trebek died? What the fuck?"
Oh, I guess we're gonna die too one day.
Yeah, and in a way, 2020 was the Roman advisor telling us that someday we will die. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from all of this and get into the news, huh?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to hear the funniest joke of all time?
No, I'd probably have to kill myself afterwards.
Oh, what's the logic there? Why?
It seems like my life would just be downhill after that, knowing that I would never feel more humor than in that moment.
Okay, well, prepare yourself, because here it is. It's the funniest joke I've ever heard. I'm Pickle Rick!
Remember when life used to be enjoyable?
Yeah, I mean, Pickle Rick wasn't that long ago. Is the episode Pickle Rick pre-Trump? I don't think it is.
No, I don't even... I feel like that is the most Trumpian thing.
I think it was definitely during Trump, right?
Yeah, I think it's at most I think it's at most like 4 years old.
Let's see, it was from 2017.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way a pre-Trump world would have led to Pickle Rick.
Didn't it have like a weird trajectory where it happened and it was big and then it faded away and then it came back for some reason?
It came back when season 4 came back and they just started using it as promotional material.
Oh.
And now it's just like the thing, the Rick and Morty thing. Anyway, yeah, Pickle Rick still hasn't quite died. And now it's in drinkable form.
What?
That's right. If you've ever heard the phrase Pickle Rick and thought I could get a chug on that.
You're telling me they're selling pickle brine in a can as a beverage?
Sort
of. You can't
of.
afford to pack the pickle in anymore, Keo. Times are tough.
It is titled Pickle Rick Miracle Seltzer.
Oh.
So it's carbonated pickle brine?
It is a branded pickle juice seltzer that you could drink if you were a sick freak.
That sounds like a product made by Pickle Rick himself. Like some sort of scam he's running.
Yeah. Well, we're like 2 seconds away from a commercial where he's like, "Oh, listen, Morty, we can just slap it on anything and people will buy this shit."
Oh, God.
And everyone will be like, "It's so funny. Give me more of it."
I can't wait to die.
Yeah. I wish we were funny enough to be able to just sort of say the, like...
The weird underlying contradiction of society.
Yeah. Like, say the thing that we're doing and then, like, take the piss out of it and people would still do the thing that we want them to do anyway. So yeah, Pickle Rick Seltzer coming to you anytime now. It's coming out shortly. Pickle Rick Seltzer, available where all of your Pickle Ricks are sold. It's coming out November 13th. So probably a few days after this episode drops, you can go ahead, grab yourself some Pickle Rick Seltzer and drink up. Drink it down.
Thanks.
Did they have to make it pickle flavored?
Yeah, it's Pickle Rick.
Can't they just put Pickle Rick's name on it? Why not just call it Pickle Rick's green juice?
I mean, that would be funny.
Look,
but what else Rick and Morty wise could they do that would be drinkable?
Blood.
Oh yeah.
Look,
There's constant violence.
I guess they could have made it with a cucumber instead of pickle.
Yeah, that's like a drinkable beverage. This sounds not that. Anyway, if you want like fizzy pickle water, go pick yourself up a pack of Pickle Rick Miracle Seltzer and enjoy.
I know I said that as a joke that it was pickle brine, but apparently it's not.
No, it is. It is described as a pickle juice seltzer, so you can enjoy that.
Well, where's Drink Review Guy's review on this?
I'm sure it's forthcoming, right? He's gonna be like wearing a Pickle Rick shirt while he does it.
Yeah, he had die on stream drinking that.
What a way to go. Speaking of ways to go, the CW's latest superhero project, titled Superman and Lois, has let go of one of its writers after she raised issues with its portrayal of people of color.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the show Superman and Lois, which is pretty much an updated version of Lois and Clark, but named stupider so that people can just see it and say, "Oh, this got Superman in it."
Yeah, what do you think they did on there?
Had sex? And got married?
Like it's like a pornographic program plus a marriage.
I can only imagine. What else would the show be about? It's not like they can have them fight crime or something.
Yeah, Superman would never do that.
Oh, they couldn't afford it with the 90s special budgets effects.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know what...
No, I meant, like, what did they do that was offensive on the new program?
Oh, yeah. To hear the writer who was let go, Nadria Tucker, describe it, there was about several months where she spent flagging Me Too jokes in the dialogue, defending the Bechdel test, fighting to ensure that black faces on screen weren't all villains.
Oh, God!
Oh, my God.
I'm just imagining them casting Mitsoplex as a black guy. Oh, God, he would look like that one android from the Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I'd want that. As well as, of course, pushing for more female-focused storytelling. All of those issues led to her just sort of getting unceremoniously let go. Superman and Lois is currently scheduled for a February 2021 debut. Something that only has been held back for so long because of the COVID-19 epidemic that is unstoppable.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, it's almost as unstoppable as Superman himself. This isn't the first time, of course, that one of Greg Berlanti's CW superhero shows has been under fire. It took about 3 seasons before the Flash's first showrunner was revealed to be a sex pest.
Oh no.
And there's no telling exactly what we're gonna get, but I would expect a little bit better from a Superman show than struggling to pass the Bechdel test and making sure that no black people on your screen aren't villains.
Oh.
Like, is it that hard to have Superman encounter a black person who's just like a regular person?
It's very difficult, Swanson.
Yeah. It also reminds me about how the only recurring black character that I can recall from Supergirl was Martian Manhunter, who is not black.
He's a stand-in for the black experience, sort of like Piccolo.
Look, I imagine that every time a screenwriter writing for Superman tries to introduce a black man, the first draft has him using his heat vision to melt the black man.
Oh, so it's a rejected the boy script.
Yeah. What if Superman and Lois was just there? They switched all of the boys' scripts around and just made. They switched out Homelander and just made him slightly more heroic.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Look, he's just Homelander, but they're not aware that he's a horrible monster.
Yeah. I can't wait for this season finale where Superman literally jacks off into the wind.
Yeah,
Superman doesn't jack out. That's why he's so strong.
Oh. No, he's
that's one of the that's how Krypton got so advanced, is they never jerked off. So they were able to explore science.
These are the possibilities of a no-nut society.
And they had sex exactly once for procreation only.
Yes.
That's why Superman has no sisters or brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only cousins.
Yeah. Wow, Krypton not only celebrates no nut, but they also follow the one-child rule. The perfect utopia we've all been looking for.
Oh, God.
Anyway, it remains to be seen if what if anything will be done about this, but I'm gonna guess not much. Superman and Lois.
They'll make Jimmy Olsen black, but they won't recast him. They'll just make the actor put on blackface.
We fixed it.
No, they'll use CGI to change his ethnicity.
Oh my! I don't know what's worse.
The CGI.
Yeah.
Because it would look terrible.
I'm picturing the CGI renders at 12 frames per second.
Oh God! So it's just like Xavier, Renegade Angel.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like when they tried to get rid of Henry Cavill's mustache in Batman v Superman.
Is this gonna be like this proto PlayStation 1 5-polygon model of a black man? No, Superman.
So yes, we can look forward to Superman and Lois coming out in February 2021, filled with all of its systemic racial problems that Superman will not solve, apparently.
No. Well, the show...
Yo, Superman! Lex Luthor stole my gold chain!
And hid it in this ring course.
I would watch a show that was just an adaptation of Superman 64.
With a black man telling Superman what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lex Luthor.
That's it for the news. So let's head on to a segment near and dear to everybody's hearts. It's Guess Who's Coming? Hit the theme, Kyorain.
Oh, guess who's coming? Yeah. Woo. Is that a theme?
Yeah. Never gets old. Welcome to Guess Who's Coming, our monthly feature here on the pod where I give Stairmaster and Kyorain the titles of upcoming TV shows and they try to guess the premise. The person who gets the most points at the end of the game here wins a special prize.
Ooh.
Or I think this one's about a man who
I
finds...
didn't say the name yet.
He finds
Oh, you're just gonna guess right now?
He finds a globe, and if he pokes his finger on the surface of the globe, it causes massive damage to the surface of the Earth.
Shit!
Oh. And that's...
Alright, I would like to...
And how many episodes of that are there?
It's a 12 episode series.
Alright, so my guess is it's Carmen Sandiego and she's stolen the White House. And it's an 8-episode miniseries on HBO.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, let's see what we got here.
There will be a gay sex scene.
In 1930 Germany, 1930 Germany was a liberal democracy. Just 4 years later, democracy is dead. Germany's leader is a dictator, and its government is in the hands of murderers. This series tells the story of how this happened, leading historians and experts to get inside the heads of some of the key players whose political plottings, miscalculations, and personal ambitions helped to destroy democracy and deliver control to Hitler.
Okay. Clearly I win, because mine was a metaphor for that anyway.
Yes, but also what was the title of the show?
Rise of the Nazis?
Oh. I kind of regret guessing without hearing the title.
Yeah. Anyway, that wasn't the official start, because I don't know what you guys were up to over there, but... some shenanigans.
I mean, crushing the globe with your finger is basically what they had planned for Eastern Europe.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have the first show here. This one comes from ABC. You see, we're about 2 months behind, but we are officially starting the broadcast television season. So we get new shows now. This first one is from ABC. It's called Big Sky.
Okay, so this is about a guy who works at SETI. And one day he finds an alien message, and it's from a hot babe. And he's trying to make it work. But also he can't let his boss know he made alien contact, because then it would be out of his hands.
Okay.
Big Sky. So the Big Sky's about a pilot.
Oh.
He has he has an airplane.
as is normal.
Yeah, it would be weird if you were a pilot and he didn't have one.
I mean, a lot of pilots don't actually own an aircraft. They just, fly one for their company.
You mean he literally owns it, like Harrison Ford?
Does he crash it as many times as Harrison Ford?
No, he doesn't crash it at all, but his mission is to explore the entire sky, which he discovers is very big.
All right. Private detectives Casey Dewell and Cody Hoyt joined forces with his estranged wife and ex-cop Jenny Hoyt to search for two sisters who have been kidnapped by a truck driver on a remote highway in Montana. But when they discover
this guy,
huh?
Where's the sky in this?
Hold on. But when they discover that these are not the only girls who have disappeared in the area, they must race against the clock to stop the killer before another woman is taken. Oh, I guess there is nothing that really signals a big sky.
Oh, I want to say that Montana is sort of like outer space, and there are a lot of women in this synopsis. At least one of them is probably hot. Maybe the cop partner?
Yeah. Also, one of these characters' last name is Dewell.
Which sounds like a name of a star.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
All right. Well, hey, you get a point, Stare, by virtue of making a case.
Yes!
Sometimes the law isn't always fair. But it is always just. All right.
Interesting.
So this next one comes from CBS, and it is titled B Positive. The letter B positive.
So is that a blood type?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Are you going?
Yeah. So this is about a blood donor. He's got B positive blood. And he's like, man, I need to get some people who need B positive blood.
Like everyone
he's going
wants
around
it.
give it. Yeah, he's having to go around giving people his blood, and
everyone's just coming up to him on the street. Hey, you got some blood?
Yeah, and then a crime boss decides that he's going to kidnap this man for his precious B positive blood.
Oh, he's going to Mad Max him, turn him into a blood bag.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Oh, my idea is it's about a guy, a beekeeper, trying to find love. in downtown Manhattan for some reason.
Now, you do remember that I did specify that is the letter B positive.
Oh. But is it hyphenated?
No, it is the letter B space positive.
Okay, so it's follows the exploits of this guy, Beauregard, positive. And he's trying to reclaim his family fortune, which is like $1,000 of lost Confederate gold.
That's it?
Yeah, and also some slaves that have been cryogenically frozen.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna say up front, I'd watch the hell out of that program. Faced with finding a kidney donor, newly divorced dad Drew is at the end of his rope when he runs into Gina, a rough around the edges woman from his past who volunteers her own. Together, they form an unlikely bond and begin a journey that will change both of their lives.
Okay, I do want to say my original pitch was about a guy finding love, but Swanson shouted me down.
Well, because you were talking about bees.
Yes. Well, look, everyone's got to have a job, Swanson.
Look, clearly I had it right because I was talking about donating stuff. Blood, kidneys, same thing.
I think.
But kidneys are sort of like lost family treasure if you don't have one and you need one to live.
Kidneys literally cycle through your blood.
Yeah. I think either way you slice it, if you had done your original pitch or the one that you did do, Keo would have won this point. So, tied game. So let's go to our last of the broadcast networks, or I guess terrestrial TV, with this FX program, Black Narcissus.
Narcissus?
That's right.
My counsel is telling me not to answer this one. All right, so this is a 7-episode miniseries about the life of Kanye West. From birth to failed presidential run.
Now,
except plot twist, he wins the election at the end.
Ooh. him and Huey Lewis team up.
Who was his VP, anyways?
I don't think he named one.
Anyone know? Oh God.
Probably himself.
What a king.
Or like that hologram of his wife's dad.
Oh God. You mean the guy from American Crime Story?
Yeah, you didn't see that? He made a hologram.
No, I did. Yeah, I just needed to make sure I need to connect the ideas in my brain.
So this is a Greek tragedy story.
Okay.
Yes.
About the was Narcissus a god or what? I think
Narcissus was like a guy.
Just like a man, a narcissistic man.
Yeah, maybe he was like one of those guys with pig legs, hooves, a satyr.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, this is basically just like that story, but like really grim dark.
Oh, okay. Like a.
That's all I got, Swanson.
All right. In the Himalayas in 1934, a remote clifftop palace once known as the House of Women holds many dark secrets. When the young nuns of Saint Faith attempt to establish a mission there, its haunting mysteries awake forbidden desires that seem destined to repeat a terrible tragedy. During the latter years of British rule in India, ambitious young nun Sister Cloudag heads a mission to a remote part of the Himalayas, the palace of Mapu. It has been donated by General Tuda Rai, who hopes that the Sisters of the Saint Faith will rid the House of Women of unhappy memories connected to his late sister.
What is this? What are you talking about? You're babbling.
This is when Kanye got married.
Yeah. I mean...
they're talking about the Kardashians.
If Kanye West had a song called Black Narcissus, none of us would notice.
Look, they use the word dark. This is clearly a dark tale like mine. So,
yeah. But there are a lot of women in Kanye West's life.
Okay.
Something to think about.
I mean, there's a lot of. I think that there's got to be women in the dark. The tale of Narcissus in the Greek mythology, though, right? Because he was really hot.
Yeah, probably right. There's probably someone like tricked them.
Oh,
and made them
the
like
classic
that.
version of the story is from Ovid, found in Book 3 of Metamorphosis, compiled 8 AD. This is the story of Echo and Narcissus. One day, Narcissus was walking in the wood when Echo, a mountain nymph, saw him, fell deeply in love, and followed him. Narcissus sensed he was being followed and shouted, "Who's there?" Echo repeated, "Who's there?" I get it. She eventually revealed her identity and attempted to embrace him. He stepped away and told her to leave him alone. She was heartbroken and spent the rest of her life in lonely glens until nothing but an echo sound remained of her. Nemesis, the goddess of revenge, noticed this behavior after learning the story and decided to punish Narcissus. Once during summer, he was getting thirsty after hunting, and the goddess lured him to the pool, where he leaned upon the water and saw himself in the bloom of youth. Narcissus did not realize it was merely his own reflection and fell deeply in love with it, as if it were somebody else. Unable to leave the allure of his image, he eventually realized his love could not be reciprocated, and he melted away from the fire of passion burning inside him, eventually turning into a golden white flower. Wow, that took a turn at the end.
Jeez.
I thought he was just going to die.
Yeah.
Thirst.
I like that a lot of Greek mythology revolves around people being just real dumb.
Yeah.
And just falling in love at a whim.
Yeah. Yeah. The Greeks were intensely horny, Kieran.
So mine did feature a female creature of some sort, a nymph.
All right, yeah.
So think about that.
Yeah, sure. Kieran gets the point here, because there's no Kanye West in this description. I might revise my answers later if I learn that Kanye West is in fact in this. All right, so
we're gonna do like a recount.
Swanson will just edit the episode.
Yeah, we might have to go to a recount later.
The winner is Stairmaster.
Let's Stair. If you want to stay alive in this version of the game, well, you have to get this next one, which is from Hulu. It's titled No Man's Land.
No Man's Land. I guess my turn to go first, huh?
Did you go first last time? No, wait, I went first. Yeah, let's go.
I think you just jumped in every time. So, No Man's Land is a good old program. There's there's a war going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
big war or a little war?
There's a little war, and little war calls for a little man. So there's a little man, and there's this area in the battlefield where nobody's supposed to go over there.
Oh yes, the no guys allowed zone.
Yeah, but for some reason he has to go down there. Maybe there's like a treasure chest.
Confederate gold and cryogenically preserved slaves.
Yeah, like a loot box with gold and slaves in it, and he's gonna go in there. He's got to go in there and
so it's like loot. That film 1917 that came out the other year.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Okay, so my idea is it's like a single mother with at least 2 daughters. In the American Northeast.
So it's literally No Man's Land.
Yes. Or maybe ironically, she's constantly searching for a man. But at the end of season 10, in the series finale, she finds out she's gay.
Season 10. Jeez.
Yes.
I don't think there's ever been a streaming site a streaming show that lasted that long.
I don't think streaming services have been around for 10 seasons.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, wait. 2020. Oh, I'm old now.
Time has caught up to all of us. No Man's Land dives into the depths of the Syrian civil war through the eyes of
what?
through the eyes of Antony.
I'm done. Bye.
A young Frenchman in search for a estranged, presumed to be dead sister.
A young man.
Mhm.
What else might you describe him as?
Small, perhaps. Low.
Fuck.
While unraveling the mystery piece by piece, Anthony ends up joining forces with a unit of Kurdish female fighters, fierce women, and ISIS's biggest nightmare, and travels with them in ISIS-occupied territory. Anthony's journey crosses paths with adventurers and anarchists, spies and innocent victims, and provides a unique look into tragic events.
It sounds kind of hardcore.
Yeah, I'm going to forfeit the game. I've never been disowned before. Disowned so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, your idea was more creative than it actually being war.
But yes, you literally got the man in the war. Though I guess the Kurdish brand of female soldiers is sort of like the family I described.
Yeah, in a way.
But anyway, yeah, I forfeit.
Yeah, Stairmaster's feeling a lot like Syria right now. He just got drone striked.
Stair, are you saying you concede?
I concede.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Words we won't hear until January 20th.
Oh, we won't ever hear it.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess you win, Keo.
Wow.
Do you want to do the last one just
Thank
for fun, or?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
This last one is a Netflix product.
Uh-huh.
It is titled The Liberator.
All right, so there are some slaves. And the Liberator is the white savior. He's coming down. He's coming down. You know, he's gonna free them. You know, they're in chain and shackles, and he doesn't like that.
I don't think it's about a guy who just like overthrows democratically elected socialist politicians in South America.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Starring like a vaguely like
Dwight from The Office.
starring like a vaguely veiled reference to Evo Morales.
Yes. But also he has nukes.
Well, yeah, he's portrayed as like the villain.
Yes.
The series tells the riveting true story of the bloodiest and most dramatic march to victory of the Second World War. The battlefield odyssey of a maverick U.S. Army officer, Felix Sparks, and his infantry unit as they fought for over 500 days to liberate Europe. I didn't read this before picking it, so yawn.
Oh yeah, I hate it when World War II happens and people are shooting each other on screen. That's very boring.
I already know what happened in World War II.
I'm done with World War II.
We need another World War.
Yeah.
That would create incredible content.
Yeah, I mean, if we got a World War IV going, that would be pretty exciting.
Yeah, just skip 3.
No, 3 happened.
Oh?
Yeah.
When did 3 happen?
It happened in secret.
Oh.
And indictments are coming.
Oh.
Hashtag World War III.
I forgot
Trust the plan.
I forgot Kyo Rain was in. So anyway, I guess Kyo gets that point as well.
Do I? Okay.
I don't even remember what my idea was.
All right, Kyo. Well, congratulations. Here's your prize. It's a stuffed Baby Yoda.
Wow. I'm gonna put this in the closet.
Oh? You gonna like keep the closet door open so you can look at it?
I mean, the closet's most likely gonna end up closed.
Oh, so you're just gonna leave it in there?
Are you sad that I don't like your present?
Yes.
No, no, I'm not. I'm not sad. It's fine. You can not like my present.
Swanson, I'll put it on my nightstand.
Thanks, buddy.
But I'll turn him towards the wall, though.
All right. Well, that's been Guess Who's Coming. So with all of that out of the way, I guess it's time for us to get into our main event this evening.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, we watched the program, didn't we?
Yeah, and now we're going to discuss it. The Mandalorian takes place after the events of Return of the Jedi and follows the titular bounty hunter as he travels through the outer reaches of the galaxy with a young infant child, who looks a lot
Also
like
true.
Yoda. On their quest
Correct.
to learn more, about the child's origins, they're pursued by a myriad of fascinating people.
That's right.
The Mandalorian has returned for season 2, back once again for some fun sort of out of the main focus of the Star Wars trilogy entertainment, aka the best possible use of Star Wars that you could do.
Jesse Swanson laying it down in the house.
So did the Mandalorian make you feel the Force, or were you being choked by the Force?
Did the Mandalorian make your rocket pad take off?
Is it possible to use the Force to jerk someone off?
Yes.
No.
I don't know if anyone's
Not
done it,
from a
but
Jedi.
yes.
Not from a Jedi.
Yeah, Siths are the only ones that get into sex stuff.
They're the only ones who know how to use the Force to squeeze.
Yeah. I think, notoriously, the Jedi in the olden times were, pretty much just, Catholic priests. They just never did it.
No, in the olden time, they were, sucking and fucking constantly, I thought. And now, they had reformations to forbid that.
Oh, yeah. They were like, there will be no sucking.
Yeah.
And then they passed the second resolution, and they're like, there will be no fucking.
Yeah.
Although it was probably Yoda doing these, so he was like, fucking there will be not.
I think it was because of, Raven fucked, so they decided they wanted out. They didn't want people to end up like him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the first Sith Lord definitely was, getting it wet constantly, and they were just like, we can't anymore.
This guy, he's got a double-bladed lightsaber.
And a
All
huge
the women are
hog.
over him.
Do you think they, do, a lot of, lightsaber comparisons?
I think that's why they have lightsabers that are all the same length. To prevent that. There's probably been at least 2 Jedi Civil Wars over that.
Do you think that's why Count Dooku curved his lightsaber?
Oh, to get around the restrictions?
Yeah.
It is technically shorter.
Yeah, I could see it. So yes, The Mandalorian is back. And this episode a rousing good time, or was it bantha fodder?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I watched this on release date with my dad, and I felt absolutely nothing.
Oh.
I was just sitting there like a little glass marble in an empty jar of glass, rattling around.
Not even for this opening, which is the best part of the episode?
It was okay.
The episode itself is whatever. It's alright. But the actual opening is it's fun. It's a good time. We pretty much we open up in Space Detroit, where Mandalorian and Baby Yoda are sort of cruising around.
Yeah.
He's been quested, guys.
Yeah. Well, he's looking for a quest-giving NPC.
Yeah. And what he finds instead is someone who's trying to take his armor.
Death-giving.
Did you know who this was, Stairmaster?
No.
This guy that Mandalorian is fighting with is John Leguizamo.
Oh! Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe they shouldn't have put him in full alien makeup.
If you don't know who that is, Kyorain, that's Luigi from the live-action Super Mario Bros.
Oh my god.
In addition to a lot of other things, but
yes.
I know what you've seen, Kyorain.
Well, I've seen that, and
it's not good.
So, my first observation about this program is that the Mandalorian walking around talking to people has Shenmue dialogue energy to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of just most of the dialogue in this show is almost always a video game.
Can you tell me about the 3 blades?
Yeah, it's a lot of he's gonna I imagine a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor is the Mandalorian just sort of standing there Mass Effect style as you wait for a dialogue option.
Renegade or Paragon.
But the thing that continues to make The Mandalorian fun for me is the production values and the fight choreography and stuff like that. This whole fight scene here is pretty fun. So he goes into where they're doing whatever the Star Wars equivalent of wrestling is, I guess, which is just them fighting to the death.
Yes.
And they're like sitting there hanging out watching this. He's talking with John Leguizamo's character, and
it's a Gleep Clop.
Yeah, he's a regular old Gleep Clop, and he's like, "Listen, Mandalorians don't come around often. You know, I could probably give you one if you do some stuff for me.
You looking for some action?
Yeah,
on mybookie.com. NFL Super Season is here.
There's a
Play
fun
to
bit.
win.
There's a fun bit where he's like, "Yeah, I don't bet if I know I'm gonna lose," and he shoots the guy who was gonna kill his guy. Which I don't think that's how you get your money.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna cause you to lose, right?
Yeah.
I feel like there should have been a bunch of other people who just started rioting when that happens.
He's in charge, so
Yeah.
he can call the shots.
So then Mando gets into this fight scene here. It's kind of fun. He's beating all these people up real good. And then he catches the guy as he's trying to get away, and strings him up.
Oh yeah, Batman
How many
style.
times has he done that move where he's at gunpoint and he uses the missiles to get out of it?
He's done that a couple
A lot.
times. Yeah, it's like a go-to at this point.
I was not excited when they added that to his repertoire.
Yeah. He can only use it like once an episode though. So otherwise, it's on cooldown afterwards.
Yeah.
So yes, he's like, "Hey, listen, if you're not going to tell me the info I need to know, then I guess I'm going to have to kill you." And he's like, "Oh, no, I'll tell you, but you can't kill me." And then he makes a big technicality where he says, "Nah, yeah, I won't kill you. I won't kill you.
You won't die by my hands."
Yeah. So then he tells him the info. He shoots out the light that he's hanging from, and then all of these beasts just start showing up. Just a bunch of like red eyes
in the shadows.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what, whenever you see those kind of beasts, you know you're in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, that's when you lock the door in the car and keep driving. So yes, Mandalorian gets out of there, heads to everyone's favorite place, Tatooine. Is it? If they did a Tatooine episode in the first season for Keo in here, and Keo, if you're not aware, Tatooine is sort of the starter place of Star Wars. It's like the beginning map.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker were born there.
Yeah,
but it's also supposed to be like the middle of nowhere.
That's the thing.
So
it's like Arkansas, but if Arkansas was like the place everyone hung out at for reasons.
It's like Bill Clinton was born there.
Yeah.
Oh wait. And George W. Bush.
Yeah, it's like if Arkansas was the center of America for some reason. How many times we focus on Tatooine. I will admit that I wasn't excited for him to go back here, but then Timothy Olyphant showed up, so I was all on board.
Oh yeah, there's a wacky lady.
Yeah, who was in the first season. This was nothing. This was a big old nothing, her being in this.
Yeah, she's a character, all right.
Yeah.
The American people are tired of women.
That's right. Give me more Tusken
like,
Raiders.
It's like, I'm a quirky lady. Oh, okay. Go on, continue your story.
Oh, I abuse my help.
Yeah,
isn't that endearing?
It's kind of fucked up how much almost every droid that you encounter in the Star Wars universe is like sentient.
Is a slave.
And is also a slave.
Yeah, you ever think about how fucked up that droid army is?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. Then no one ever examines the sort of issues of that.
It doesn't matter. Why does the Mando just say, that ain't right?
Well, he doesn't like droids.
Because he would be beheaded if he said that.
If he just said that ain't right.
Yeah, to droid slavery, yes.
It's also it was an established trait in the first season that he doesn't like androids because they killed everyone he likes.
His family.
Yeah.
Oh, get over it.
So we get.
He did.
Sort of.
He clearly didn't. If he still hates the droids.
Well, he got over it at the end of season 1. He kissed a droid right before it died,
and he liked it,
him. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Was it like a hot female droid?
No, it was just a regular droid.
But it had guns coming out of its body that spun around.
That's what he's into. I get it.
So yeah, we get a shot for Mando with Mando hanging out with the Tusken Raiders.
Also the R5 from Episode 4.
Oh yeah,
A New Hope shows up here for no apparent reason.
Just cause, why not? In the old EU, there's a story about it being force sensitive and killing itself because it saw the future of Luke in R2 at the. The only force-sensitive droid in all of Star Wars. And it murders itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. That part of Mando hanging out with the Tusken Raiders seems a little throwaway, but don't worry. It'll come back and be important. Oh. So he goes to this sort of like old western town on the edge of Tatooine. Yes. And he goes in there, he goes into the bar there, and he's like, I'm looking for a Mandalorian. And then Timothy Olyphant shows up wearing Boba Fett's armor.
Oh, that's also a thing I saw from another movie.
Yeah, that's from a thing. So he's wearing Boba Fett's armor, and he takes the helmet off so that you know he's not Boba Fett, and instead is just the guy from Justified. And
yes. The guy from Deadwood. Well,
Deadwood and Justified. He's playing Raylan Givens from Justified. So yeah, he's like, hey, listen, I'm a pretty no nonsense guy, and Mandalorian's like, you're gonna have to give me that armor, because it's like a Mandalorian thing. Basically, since like, armor is like their skin, this guy is just masquerading in a skin suit to Mando now. So.
Yes.
So he's not terribly excited to see it. So then we get there's like a big rumble.
Tremors happens.
Yeah, this entire episode is pretty much just if it's like an old episode of Gunsmoke meets Tremors, the movie. But there's this giant
Gunsmoke very problematic in its depiction of Native Americans.
Like all westerns in that time, yes. I think from what I can gather, the TV show Bonanza was the worst, but so yes, this we get this giant, not worm-like creature. It is referred to as a crypt dragon.
The crate dragon.
Crate dragon, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I believe its skeleton shows up in episode 4.
Yeah, and apparently the actual practical effect of it is still somewhere in the desert in real life.
Wow.
I love that they
imagine if there's just like a nuclear war and thousands of years from now, some people find that and think it's a fossil.
Yeah. I love that George Lucas just packed everything up and was like, all right, leave it here.
Like, where else are you going to put it?
I don't know, tear it down or something. Like he essentially just littered in the desert.
That's too much work, Swanson, and it's just the desert.
Yeah, I guess.
Like there's just Luke's burnt up uncle and aunt are still out there.
Yeah, probably.
And that's set.
Because the set's still out there.
Oh my god.
So yes,
that's crazy.
We get introduced to this giant crate dragon. At first, I thought they were just ripping off Dune.
Well, I mean, they are, but...
Yeah, sort of.
No, they're ripping off Tremors.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, is Tremors not just a ripoff of Dune?
Well, I don't think anyone becomes God Emperor of the Universe in any of the Tremors sequels.
That would have been a good idea for Tremors 4, probably.
It would have been cool if they, got high off the Tremors. The dead Tremors.
So, this crate dragon is no good. This guy whose name is Cobb Vanth, which is the most Star Wars shit.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he's an established character. He was in some sort of like
allegedly
novel trilogy.
Oh yes, someone did say that to me in my presence, and I was just like,
Vanth does a lot of. We get like a little bit of a flashback to how he got the armor and stuff. It's all right. It's whatever. I don't know if it was 100% necessary, but it's usually what we get.
I think they should have just made an entire episode about that.
I mean, it's way more interesting than them fighting this dragon. Although there is one thing that I will say that I really enjoy about this episode, and it's a continuation from the previous season, sort of an expanding on it. I really like that they've just decided that the Tusken Raiders are not just like barbarians. It makes it a lot better than in the original trilogy when Obi-Wan Kenobi's just like, these people have no remorse, they have no feelings.
Oh, that's the thing. Obi-Wan Kenobi is like the ultimate coastal liberal elite.
Yeah. Like he's like totally fine with genociding these Tusken Raiders.
Yes.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised to see them do this because my impression of, as they refer to them, the Sand People.
Yeah, that's definitely a slur, right?
Yeah. Was that? Yeah, it was like a pretty problematic thing they included. So at least they're like human-ish in this.
Of course, you do have to ask, why does the Mandalorian know their tongue? Since they only live on this one planet that's in the middle of nowhere, ostensibly.
I think that it's been established that they live in other desert climates.
Well, I thought they were like the indigenous people of Tatooine.
They might be,
like a colonizer.
When was he on?
Colonized situation.
I don't remember even when he was on Tatooine last time. He might have learned it when he was there last time. I don't know.
You actually do get Tusken Raider backstory in KOTOR 1, where you find out like one of the precursor empires basically carpet bombed Tatooine, and the Tusken Raiders hid in the caves. And just waited out their collapse.
So there's a couple nods to Boba Fett in this episode, not just because Timothy Olyphant's wearing his armor, but also the Krayt Dragon is in a emptied out Sarlacc pit, which seems to imply that maybe he escaped. And also there's a figure who's watching The Mandalorian at the end who is probably just Boba Fett.
Who was probably played by Tamara Morrison and credited as Tamara Morrison.
Yeah, who played...
like 3 seconds in the credits.
He played Django, didn't he?
Yes, and he voiced Boba Fett for the DVD special editions.
Yeah. Now for Kyo Rain,
if you ask me,
Boba Fett is some weird... should we explain Boba Fett to Kyo Rain?
Yes, who's Boba Fett?
Boba Fett is this bounty hunter who showed up in Empire Strikes Back for about maybe 3 minutes of screen time.
Did he help?
No. He actually made things worse. He captured Han Solo and froze him in carbonite.
Yeah.
And took him to Jabba the Hutt.
But he has a really cool look, and he also has a cool spaceship, so people like him.
Yes.
But
then, also he has one line of dialogue from Darth Vader where he's like, remember, no disintegrations.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh, this guy's badass.
And also there's a bit where he's like, in the original cut of the movie, he's just an American dude.
Oh,
no, wait, is it the other way around? He's just an American dude in the original cut, and then in the updated versions, George Lucas gave him an accent. New Zealand. Yeah,
he's got Tamara Morrison's Australian accent. I don't even know how's your day going, Keo?
It's all right. I'm recording the TV Tuners podcast.
Yeah, I'm just talking about Star Wars and Boba Fett lore with my friend Swanson.
But then everyone was like, "Hey, that Boba Fett dude's real cool. I can't wait to see him and Han Solo square off." But then in Return of the Jedi, he just sort of gets punked out by Han Solo while he's blind.
Yeah, they're fighting on top of these hovercraft outside of Jabba the Hutt's pleasure yacht. And, Han Solo accidentally jabs his staff into Boba Fett's jetpack while he's trying to kill Luke Skywalker. And that just sends him careening into the Sarlacc pit, which is a metaphor for George Lucas's ex-wife's vagina.
Mm-hmm. And also, when you get into the Sarlacc pit, you are like excruciatingly digested for 1,000 years.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's not
also,
a great.
Princess Leia's in a metal bikini.
Oh, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, it's a lot of people's favorite part. So yes, a lot of the rest of this episode is pretty much them being like, listen, so for the origin story here is pretty simple. Basically, this like collective of miners comes in after the Empire falls and takes over this town and just starts murdering everybody.
Yeah, I think they're like a mega corporation or something.
Yeah. And Vanth flees and is rescued by the Jawas.
He steals some crystals first.
Oh yeah, he takes some crystals. The Jawas really want those crystals, so he's able to trade them for the Boba Fett armor that they've stolen from presumably his corpse.
Also, I didn't know Jawas sounded like minions.
Oh, Katie!
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't hear the part where they were going banana.
Yeah, I was in awe at that.
Yeah, everyone's favorite Jawa is also named Bob.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Why do boomers like Minions so much? I never see any kids talking about Minions. It's always 60-year-olds.
It's ironic, you see.
Yeah, there's something about Minions that they just love.
Yeah, my dad was watching one of those movies the other day.
Ooh.
Yeah, and laughing
he was like
uproariously.
Yeah, my mom really likes
really
Minions
impressed.
for reasons that I'll never understand. Got that Minion brain.
Disgusting creatures.
Yes. So yeah, they eventually the Mandalorian meets with the Tusken Raiders, and Vanth is like, "Hey, these people suck," and he's like, "No, perhaps it is you who sucks."
He's like, everybody sucks once in a while.
I like the idea, or I like that what transpires is about 3 minutes where most of the dialogue is just him being like, they're doing like Tim Allen grunts to one another.
Yeah, with no subtitles.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, one of them is offering Timothy Oliphant a glass of water. Just like, fuck off.
Yeah. Well, a glass of water that's from like a stink plant.
Oh, that's the good shit. You know that's gonna get you fucked up.
Yeah. And he's like, "No, I don't trust him." Basically, the whole message here is the Mandalorian being like, "Listen, the Tusken Raiders, they have their ways of doing things, but it doesn't make them any worse than you." Mm-hmm. And he brokers a deal between the two of them, and they eventually team up to kill this crate dragon. The sequence here is fun, I think, where the dragon just we learn that after seeing the dragon eat a bunch of people, we also learn that he has acid breath.
Yeah, but you don't get to see people melt because this is PG.
Yeah.
So it's very badly visually conveyed.
I don't know if it's badly visually conveyed so much as they're purposely not trying to show people get disintegrated.
I think the editing's a little weird because they can't show the violence.
I don't know. I never. Yeah.
You should have like a reaction shot of someone's close-up face going, "Oh no, my friend is melting," or something like that.
Well, the only person who could do that is Oliphant or Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda, and you just see the hand in the corner of the frame slowly sinking as they melt.
Yeah. Baby Yoda, by the way, has nothing much to do in this episode, so we just get constant shots to them, just sort of hanging out. Just to remind you, Baby Yoda's here. Yeah, like, I love that Mandalorian is constantly putting Baby Yoda in danger just because he knows that he has force powers.
You didn't consider just leaving him back at the town with a chaperone or anything?
No. Well, he's not very trustful of people. That much is at least consistent. So yeah, they try to lure out the Crypt Dragon, and they have like all this shit set up to blow it up. And it doesn't quite work. Some people get eaten. Some people get acided. The dragon like moves up to the top of a mountain.
Yeah, phase 2.
Yeah,
when its health drops to 60%.
That's right, and that's when Mando finally actually starts doing shit. Because before then, it's just sort of him watching, him being like, "Oh, well, that's not going to work. He needs to get out a little bit more before we can launch the missile."
Bring him a little further out.
To the left, now to the right. Get back on, Leo.
Yeah, they're trying to do the cha-cha slide on the Crypt Dragon. It doesn't work. So they get on this thing. They start fighting it. Mando's big plan is that he's gonna lead him to the what's this thing again? This big
Bantha.
Yeah, the Bantha, which has a giant it's a suicide Bantha.
Space dynamite. Yes.
And he's gonna just leave it there, but then it tries to get away, so he has to hold there, and they give you a brief second where you're like, "Ooh, I bet you he's not dead," and no, he's not dead. How ballsy would it be if he was just dead, and then Timothy Olyphant was the lead now?
I would respect that.
Yeah, that would be a good move.
Yeah,
He's the new Mandalorian.
Pedro Pascal's,
He's not even doing this. He's not even on the sets anymore. He's just doing the voice.
I mean, yeah, but that's like half the character. So, it's considering he can't convey physical emotion. So yeah, they managed to team up with that. They managed to do some team up moves on that boy, and then Mandalorian shocks himself out of the mouth of the creature as it explodes internally. Just sort of
like Fast and Furious 7.
Yeah, and then it ends.
Or Fast and Furious 6.
It ends with them desecrating the corpse of this creature, and Mando just has like a big thing of meat that he took from it.
Yeah, but there's also a shout out to the Crate Dragon Pearl, which was for some reason all over the places in the EU.
Yeah, is this like a big thing?
Yeah, you could use it to make, like in KOTOR, you could use it as a lightsaber crystal, and it's one of the strongest ones.
Oh. So someone's going to get a lightsaber, is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh.
Maybe.
Timothy Olyphant will come back with a lightsaber.
Yeah, well, this was a very big pearl, so I don't know. Maybe I'll build a robot to wield the lightsaber.
Ooh. That's what we need. More robots with lightsabers. We didn't get enough.
A big robot.
Yeah.
Like a really big one? Like how big are we talking?
13 stories.
Like a Gundam?
Yes.
So yeah, you just want a Gundam. Yeah, you just want a Gundam.
Yeah.
So
why don't they have Gundams?
Because they're not cool enough.
Yeah, they're too busy building Death Stars, not busy enough building Gundams. So yeah, he takes some meat for himself, and he's just like, "All right, well, thanks for the armor, peace." I do enjoy that he still takes the armor after all of this. He's not like, "You aren't keeping this." He's like, "No, I still want that, thanks."
I thought he was gonna do it too.
No, because now that we know Boba Fett is out there, presumably that's gonna play into whatever story this season has.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was pretty much standard Mandalorian stuff. The plot is sort of irrelevant to just the Star Wars details and the fun visuals.
Yeah, the monster go boom. I smile and laugh.
It's true.
Whatever.
Yeah. And that's more or less it for the Mandalorian. Any final thoughts on that?
It's more of the same from season 1, and I was kind of done with season 1. I had enough.
Yeah, I mean, it kept me entertained, but it was nothing groundbreaking by any means.
Yeah. I don't think anyone at this point is going into the Mandalorian expecting anything groundbreaking. The question for me when I go into watching an episode is this better than the majority of Star Wars that I've watched under Disney? And the answer has been almost resoundingly yes every time. So
the bar's not that high, is it, though?
No, but the fact that it's able to clear that bar after so many misfires it is enough for me to give it a light tune-in.
No, that's tune out for me, Holmes.
I think it was perfectly serviceable television. If you're into this kind of thing and you're not completely sick of it already, I'll also give it a light tune-in.
All right, well, that's a tune-in for Season 2 of The Mandalorian.
A D+.
That's right. It's on D+, even.
Wow.
So that's it for this week's episode of the podcast. Of course, as always, if you want more content from us, We've got bonus episodes coming your way. The last 3 episodes of the Bleach Cast are coming out sometime in the future. After that, we got other stuff.
Death.
Buy me a coffee /TV Tuners if you have your own bonus episode you want us to cover. And with all that out of the way, I think that'll about do it. We'll be back next week with more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. Bye. It's over.
I am the Senate.
Hey folks, it's time for the TV Tuners Denver Fact of the Week. Did you know that Stairmaster is the only resident of Denver who's ever wielded a lightsaber?
That's right. Actually, no, that's a beam saber, Keo. It's completely different. For one thing, the beam saber